Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. This is gonna be the red mage? I'm pretty sure you're a red mage. Yep, this is the red mage. Red mages excel at both offensive and restorative magic, making them versatile and vital battlefield companions. Abilities stone, perform an earth magic attack on a target and or all targets. Heal, restore 1000 HP to a target.
Where am I? Elvis? What are you doing here?
Roddy, are you feeling better, pet?
Lily?
Oh, it's a relief to see you in your right mind again. Thank you all so much. You have no idea how worried I've been.
Ugh, don't mention it, Lily. What are friends for, eh? Now, let me fill Roddy here in and what he's been up to.
Crikey. How can I ever apologise?
Ugh, there's no need. It's forgotten already. Well, that bit of it at least. I'd be keen to hear what exactly happened to you, though.
I'm afraid I'm as clueless as you on that front. I mean, I've some vague flashes of what I got up to, but as to how or why I was doing it? Nope. Sorry, not a clue. I remember deciding to put some jewel-type thing up in the tower for safekeeping. And I remember the town being overrun with trees, and believing I could bring Mona back by making blue paint, of all things.
Blue paint?
But honestly, it all feels like it was someone else doing it.
Do you remember when it started? Anything that might have set it off?
It was the painting.
The painting? The one in your room?
Aye. I got it after Mona died. At the same time as the asterisk, in fact. Someone must have given it to me, but... No, I can't remember who.
The same thing happened to me.
Well now, so that both of you were driven doolally by paintings?
And Galahad too, maybe.
I reckon so, aye.
Roddy, you mentioned a jewel-like object that you took to the tower. Was it at all similar to this one?
Aye. The colour was different. But it was the same size and shape. Why do you ask? Wait. Is that one of the...
Indeed, it is.
Crikey. Now I understand. You can count on our help with anything you need.
That's the spirit, Roddy.
Getting the Earth Crystal back for you is the #1 priority, of course, Your Highness. But I also have a responsibility to do what's right by my country and its citizens. And to help Galahad too, if I can. And most of all, I've a responsibility to find whoever messed with my Lily. And make them wish they'd never been born.
Roddy.
Well, that's something to celebrate at least. Glad you two have finally made up.
Aye. I suppose we have, eh?
Roddy is now accompanying us. Is Lily still here too? Do we still have Lily in tow as well? Are they both going to be like sitting on the sidelines and throwing pain into the melee?
Both spells broken? Those fools had barely started making themselves useful. But never mind. I've got plenty of paint already. It won't be long before my masterpiece is complete. I just wish people would stop getting in my way.
Ah, yes, the super plot of this game is an evil painter mastermind.
No one can stop me now. Time to apply the finishing touches and dazzle the world!
Alright, so... Wow, I still got that quest text on the screen because that was still there when I talked to Roddy. Okay. I am going to go and turn in that quest. I'm going to leave because I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that I need to explore in town, and see if maybe Galahad is something that is something that I can fight now. First, I'm going to go refill this glass of water next to me because I have been incredibly thirsty in the last couple days, and I don't know why, and I need more water already. Alright, much better. I sat down when I started recording today at the beginning of, basically at the beginning of that, that boss fight with a full glass of water, and by the time that it concluded, like 20 minutes later, it was already like 9/10 empty. I don't know, it's not like I've been eating anything unusually salty lately or anything. Regardless, as soon as I get back out into town, cool, the quest marker pins are pointing to the shortcut. I will look at the red mage and go through all of its abilities and affinities and everything and see what it does. Historically, the red mage has basically just been a hybridization of the black mage and the white mage. I see no reason that would change. I don't think I saw Roddy doing anything really unusual on the standards of a red mage. But regardless, we can make our way out of here. I am glad to report that I was sort of speculating / hoping when I was running through the dungeon on the way up to the boss fight that the boss fight wouldn't be that bad, because I was really having a good time in the dungeon. Context. I was really having a good time fighting the monsters in the dungeon, and it didn't feel extraordinarily difficult or anything. Particularly with Elvis catching things and occasionally unleashing things, but mostly catching things. And I would estimate that probably most of the damage that was done in that boss fight was done by Elvis's summons, because they were the things that were unleashing like 1500, 1700 damage a shot. And I do wonder. So you've used the clovers to decorate those cards that we're always playing with and turn the wizard's trinkets into spinny wee brooches. Children never cease to amaze me. They're just so endlessly inventive. Bless them. That's going to be it for that quest. Thank you for the job points. If it wasn't for Elvis and his army of skeletons and the other things he had an army of, it probably would have been somewhat more difficult. Anyway, now that we've done a fair amount of plot stuff, let me zoom out. Let me see if... Alright, the equipment vendor has some new items that I can buy. No side quests have appeared. Yeah, the equipment vendor's in here, right? Yeah. So I am going to go into the menu. I'm going to look at the abilities that I've gained from the couple job levels that I picked up in there. And, I'm also going to look at the red mage. So as soon as, Divining Rod. I'm not going to equip anything, probably. Details on Unshakable Will. Prevents all status ailments that impede the user's ability to freely choose their action. That's pretty good. That basically removes the need for things like sleep immunity or paralysis immunity in the form of one of the free equipments, in the form of one of the accessories. That's pretty good. I'm pretty sure there are other abilities that give you the, like, immunity to single status, like immunity to sleep in the form of an ability and that sort of thing, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different status immunities in one thing. That's pretty good. Alright. Who else learned something new? Did you get a job level? No. You gained a Beast Whisperer level, a Beast Whisperer ability, roughly a 30% chance of capturing defeated monsters. Okay, so that's a passive capture. Not bad. Anyone else? Okay, so there's a couple freelancer levels here. I may have already picked these up prior and just not opened them. Self-healing, Cure Pure, Blindness, and Silence when battle ends. Not bad. No, wait, what did I do? What did I replace it with? I think that was... I don't know what I replaced it with, but anyway, JP up. JP earned is increased by a multiple of 1.2. I don't remember if that's per party or per user. I think it's just per user. Dungeon Master and Divining Rod. I've already got those two, right? Yeah, so it's not like these are kind of redundant. Adele has Dungeon Master. I guess I will get rid of Dungeon Master in favor of something else. I guess I'll bring on Unshakable Will for now. And there's the matter of the Red Mage. Whatever that might happen to look like. Stone, I know what that is. That's just a damaging rock type move, damaging earth type move. Arrow, wind type. Heal. Alright, Stone Arrow is a boosted stone type move. Arrow is a boosted wind type move. Heal Aura is basically Curaga, except I think it's just a fixed amount of healing instead of like proportional to my restorative power stat or something like that. Magic Critical enables magical attacks to inflict critical hits. I remember that. That's a pretty good ability to have. Revenge, 25% chance of the user's BP increasing by 1 when attacked. That's also a good one. If I recall from the first two Bravely games, I did not figure out that this was a good thing to have until very late. And when I did, it was quite nice to just take a hit and then occasionally gain a free Brave point. Healaga, 3000 HP on the dot. Stonega is a max power stone type move. Aroga is a max power wind type move. And Disaster, perform an extremely powerful magical attack on a target that combines the powers of earth and wind. Cool. Alright. Natural Disaster indeed. That sounds fun. I am not going to switch myself over to this, at least not right now. I think Adele is going to get... What was I looking for? Adele is going to get the Monk. Because the fight with Galahad is approaching. That could be my main job. The fight with Galahad... I'll make a freelancer my sub job just so that I have someone with Examine. Although I do have a ton of magnifying glasses, honestly, so does it even matter at this point? I don't know. The fight with Galahad approaches, and I want to have a Monk, because the Monk has a... Is it this one? Yeah, the Monk has this thing that can penetrate default, and I have a feeling that's going to be something that I'm gonna want. Level 5 shouldn't be too hard to get there. That leaves the matter of equipment. Alright, I think I've already admired the floral patterns on all the Monk's uniforms. Let me equip recommended. I am definitely gonna have you go barehanded. I learned that the last time. Monk is much, much, much better barehanded. And I think I will also like try to minimize your equipment weight, because that's gonna reduce your aggro or your targeting or whatever the stat is called. Yeah, I guess I'll leave that like that for now. Anything that just like increase my physical attack. That's gonna be a little bit of physical defense, which isn't the greatest. Hang on. Alright, Flame Talisman. That increases my physical attack by a small amount and some other stuff. Alright, that's good enough for now. Let's see. There is still the one treasure chest.
No sign of Galahad. Nope. Can't see him lurking anywhere.
But this was where you saw him, in front of the tower.
Yeah. Everything was fine until we asked him to let us inside, and then he went crazy and attacked us.
Well, I certainly never told him to guard it. I wonder who did.
So, if he's not here anymore, do you think whoever's been telling him to guard things willy-nilly's maybe sent him off to guard something else?
Could be. Ugh, I just hope he's alright.
Aye, me too.
Perhaps he hasn't been sent elsewhere. Something tells me he might be inside.
I assume Galahad, by the way, as the name goes, is a reference to the Knight of the Round Table. Not the most expert on Arthurian lore, but I know Sir Galahad was one of the Knights of the Round Table. All right, let's go inside. I was trying to run around in the in that little entrance section up there to see if there was maybe a treasure chest, the last treasure chest that I have not found in town yet, but apparently not. At least not yet. Alright, I do see both Lily and Roderick are following behind me, by the way, so they are both party guests. Trials of Galahad. So Galahad, Lily, and myself have all been controlled by some kind of outside force. I and Galahad more than likely still needs a wee bit of sense knocking into him. Ah, doesn't seem fair. I bet whoever's doing this took advantage of the poor boy's sense of duty. Aye, come rain or shine, come hell or high water, he'll never abandon his post, that one. Many's the time I've tried to make him. And what's wrong with being dedicated to your duties, eh? I reckon we could do I reckon we could do with a few more like Galahad, and he's been through so much. Losing his parents and being sent here to Wiswald when he was still only a wee one, but he stood firm and took it all on the chin, never asked for help from anybody. They really are just describing him like a brick wall, aren't they? Crikey, I never knew what happened to him. Well, I think I missed part of the last line because it didn't seem to make sense in my head. Now that you do, maybe you'll take a leaf out of his book, eh? A little more backbone's just what you need, I'd say. Okay, so he just said he didn't know that Galahad was like an orphan who came to town when he was a kid or something like that. Okay, synopsis. That's rich coming from you, Mr. Blue Paint. Oh, so you're going there, are you? Well, if the gloves are off, then. Not now, you two. This is neither the time nor the place. Sorry, Lily. I don't know what that noise I made was, but I don't think it was reading the dialogue. You are indeed going to charge me down. Alright, I delegated an entire monk level there just by fighting 3 kobolds, but... let's see. Okay, I have to go up, but it seems that there is still a significant chunk of this dungeon to explore, so I will do that first. Yeah, I delegated an entire monk level there from that one fight from 3 kobolds. And she almost gained another one there. When you are a level 1 anything, you do tend to gain job points fairly quickly. There's the level 3 monk. I'm not going to go through all of her newfound monk abilities right now, just because she's picking them up so often, because again, when you're a low level monk, when you're a low level anything, you tend to gain job levels fairly quickly at this point in the game. And the pace at which we gain new things will only be increasing. And honestly, it's not like I haven't seen the Berserker at this point in the game, because I've already, the monk rather, because I've already, hang on, wait. Thank you. I've already maxed it out on Gloria. So, it's not something we haven't seen before. It's just kind of satisfying to look through your abilities and see what you gradually pick up. You know, that is yet another teleport stone. Alright. It looks like both these staircases ended up in the same place, one way or the other. So okay, I'm not gonna have to double back or anything. I'm still on the path. The path is just more linear than I thought. All right, fighting a lot of wolves here. And they're biting me in the face quite hard. Well, actually, no, they're not. Just being dramatic. I love how multi-target moves scale their damage based on how many foes they're up against. So if you use like level slash on an army of like 6 foes, which I think is the max number of opponents you can have in a battle, it'll do some decent damage, all the same. It'll do some decent damage to all of them, a couple hundred or so. But if you use it on just 1 or 2 foes, it'll do a lot of damage to those 1 or 2. It's like it'll do a set amount of damage, and it'll be distributed over whoever's on the field. So if you use it on 6 things, the damage will be somewhat distributed, but if you just use it on a single target, it'll still be doing a lot of damage. Anyway, that is a mimic. Okay, this is probably gonna be a big problem, but I do not want to lose this fight. That would be very awkward. I am going to Crescent Moon, try and take all these things down. These Dread Knights, man. They're scary. I wanted to catch them, but that's kind of not in the cards anymore. Level slash. I can do level slash twice and hopefully finish them off. That took down 1, so that's gonna do a little bit more damage to the rest of them. And indeed, a level slash rather is gonna. Wow. Okay, that unbalanced my experience a little bit. Before it was nice and neat. I was about a level ahead of everybody else, but Gloria, Elvis, and Adele were pretty much the same level. That unbalanced it a little bit because they did not get anything when they were dead. But, boy, I tried running from that a couple times, actually, so I could come back with actual Phoenix Down. Because as it turns out, I do not have any more Phoenix Down, which I would like to have. But, yeah, that's an Earthbreaker. What's the Earthbreaker? I'm sure that sounds like something that'll be doing a lot of hurt to whatever's unlucky enough to be in front of it. It's at the bottom of the list, which usually implies that it's the most powerful item. I need to get rid of one piece of weight. All right, let's get rid of the Iron Bangle. That itself the Oathbreaker sword will raise my HP by 270. Physical attack will go up by a couple points. Physical defense will go up by another couple points. Magic attack, who cares? Magic defense is going up by a couple points, so there's really no downside to the speed. It's not like I had any speed to begin with. Chance of being targeted. Go for it. What else does the Berserker do? Alright. Not a bad item. I am going to teleport stone myself out of here and go buy some more Phoenix down. BRB. Where is the last treasure chest? I don't even see it. It's not like I even see the last treasure chest anywhere, but can't get to it. I just don't even see it. Is there a second... Oh, no, I see it. It's on the tree trunk. Is there a second way to get, like, in and out of town here? Alright, whatever. Oh, I also did say I was going to buy more equipment, didn't I? I guess I better think about doing that. Okay, so, that didn't actually change my stats that much, but... having another 5% or so on my physical defense is never a bad thing, really, so... why not? There is one more treasure chest down here still. Alright, I feel like I'm going to be going up and down these staircases quite a bit in this dungeon. Which is fine. Where am I, though? This doesn't really look like... I was expecting something that looked a little bit more like a treehouse, honestly, but... not so, apparently. That's not really what this ended up being. Alright, Adele is now a level 5 monk, which is what I want to be. That's where I learned Qigong Wave, which is the move that does damage through default, which is what I'm interested in, particularly. Not that I don't want the other moves, but Qigong Wave especially. Alright. Looks like that's a monster. Let's see, I feel like this is gonna be off the main path, but also a treasure chest. Nope, that's a flight of stairs. Let's go down here first.